Yeah, I know, I'm being a little dramatic with this comparison. Spruce Knob is no alpine mountain pass, but it's still the highest peak in West Virginia, and that makes it worthy for a gravel ride of the week. We are officially in the mountains for the GRUSK gravel race. So welcome back to another mountain road ride, gravel ride of the week. And this time round we are here for the GRUSK gravel race up Spruce Knob. Now you can see the mountains all around me, alright, and today we are going to be taking on some West Virginia gravel climbs here in the beautiful mountains of West Virginia. So I'm excited about this one. This is going to be a challenge for sure. This is an 80-mile route for me. They have a couple of options available for this particular event. Just talked with a few riders who had already finished the 20, so a 213-mile ride through these West Virginia mountains. That sounds just absolutely brutal, but also incredibly beautiful, because I'm excited to see what awaits out there today. The route for today is going to be a challenging one. We're going to finish things off with that 80-mile route with a climb, obviously as the name suggests, up to the top of Spruce Knob. So if my calculations are correct, that should be the climb that we are going to be finishing up on, and then dropping back to the finish line here. So let's get on with it, go see what this gravel race up Spruce Knobs will hold for us.
Hey, thank you. I truly do it for you.
The race kicked off with a neutral rollout from the Experience Learning venue situated near Spruce Knob. The access road that led us out onto the gravel roads did, however, pose the first few challenges of the day, with lots of rocky sections to navigate. Once out on the public gravel roads, the smoother surface allowed for some fast-paced descending down the first hill. Jeremiah Bishop was once again present at this race, but he would suffer a series of rear tire issues throughout the day. Telling my story of this day to some extent includes his story, since I would get to ride with him far more than I would normally do. Here you can see him pulling off to repair his flat. But don't worry, he'll be back. We were making our way up to the top of the first peak of the day. On the way, I got to say hi to the organizers of my next race on the calendar, the Dirty Kitten Gravel Race. First there was Alex.
All right, Alex. Good job.
And then Chris.
Chris. Good. How you doing?
They don't just put on events, they race them too, and successfully at that. Next up, it was time for some downhill action on a 2-mile grassy section. This was quite the challenge, and I suspect that the experienced mountain bikers must have loved this part. Well, just look at how easy Jeremiah made it look. I told you he'd be back. With that section out of the way, the real gravel fun could begin. Miles and miles of incredible West Virginia gravel. There was a nice bunch up the road and I worked like crazy to catch up with them. I was able to join and enjoyed the drafting for a while, but with all the messing around with my cameras, I eventually lost contact once again. I guess that's the price I have to pay to bring you this content.
Alright, we're on about a 3-mile uphill, but the bonus about this uphill is that once we're done with this, we're dropping into a valley, which will put the climb out of the way for a little while until later when we reach Spruce Knob. But for now, we're just gonna try and see if I can get back in that group. Let's do this and make it back into that group. Oh well, almost to the top of this climb and then glorious downhill into the valley. On that downhill, I got picked up by a fast-moving bunch, and I was looking forward to have their assistance along the next section. A long, flat part of the course that's creatively labeled on Strava as "Who knew West Virginia could be this flat?" But then, just as we reached the bottom of the descent, my troubles for the day began. Dropped chains. I wasn't going to give up that quickly, and once again I was chasing like mad to get back to the group. I was burning way too many matches, but I was feeling good and I kept fighting until I joined back up. Surely my troubles had to be over. This group was moving and we kept picking up more riders, including the leading lady. We even passed Jeremiah Bishop, who was once again having issues with his rear wheel. Everything was going so smoothly, and then On my own and half the distance still to go. Whew. This is gonna hurt.
Then, all of a sudden, there was a loud voice from behind. It was the Jeremiah Bishop train. I wish I could say that I stuck on his wheel until I was back with my previous group. But, no such luck. At this point, I was reminded of a bike nerd on YouTube who once made a review about a chain guide that would surely have come in handy for this race.
The aim of this product at the end of the day is to avoid chain drops, and that it can do absolutely phenomenally well.
And that is why you always drive with a chain catcher.
I should have listened to him. I once again clawed my way back to a small group. However, the grand finale of this race awaited. The extended ascent up to Spruce Knob. This was surely going to hurt.
I'm cooked. I'm officially finished. That's what happens when you try and race above your capacity for too long. Officially on the gravel road up Spruce Knob. I'm doing this for the view. There better be a good view up there. Okay, it's starting. Last steep pitch, half a mile to the top. That's gonna be me in just a little bit. That's pretty awesome. Beautiful West Virginia mountains. That's making this all worthwhile.
Finally, I could enjoy some downhill time.
This is gonna be good. Looking forward to this. This is what's been driving me for the last few hours. Let's get this done.
There was one last climb on way to the finish line, and clearly the other riders had way more energy left than I did.
There it is. Finish line is in sight. Almost there. Yes.
It was so much fun to hang out after this ride, and I really enjoyed catching up with so many of you who follow this channel. The post-ride vibe at GRUSK is definitely one to stick around for.
Hey Valerie, why don't you come on over, Valerie?
Okay, it's time to do a debrief after that intense ride. And you can see for this one, I'm sitting down. I'm a little tired after this 80-mile ride in the West Virginia mountains. The beginning, the pace was really on, but I feel, pretty accomplished that I stuck to my strategy in the beginning, that I wanted to start off a little more relaxed and then kind of build into it later on. And for the most part stuck to that, and then I kind of got carried away a little bit when that fast-moving bunches came by. And then, as you saw, I think the drop chain issues really put me off my game, and from there on out it was survival. I can't claim that I would have stuck with those bunches in any case. I knew that the 80-mile route would be right up there testing my abilities, and sure enough it did. Those last few climbs, especially the one up to Spruce Knob, was a good one. I must say, I think, at least the upside to these climbs, they're long, steady climbs, not super steep, crazy gradients. A nice, steady rhythm gets you up the climb, and sure enough, as you saw, there were some spectacular views up there on Spruce Knob. So I'm very glad I did this. I'm very glad I got out there for this ride. And really great job to the GRUSK team. I think this event is put together so well, and you can see why it attracts quite a big crowd each year for this particular event. What a fun day out, to come out here in the West Virginia mountains and to come and explore some new areas, places that I certainly as a South African have never been to. So overall, pretty cool day, and I am glad that I got out here. If you like this spin along, please be sure to give it a like and do subscribe to this channel. And if you like what we're doing here, please be sure to also support us in a few of the other ways on this channel. Maybe, some of the merchandise, as you can see, we've got that in the links below. And if you really feel generous, you can always help us with a tip on our website in the tip jar. All right, well, that's it from my side. I am Vian with Mountain Road Ride. Until next time, enjoy your ride.